Powering Wisconsin.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the Crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's #1 car wash.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Eight relievers. They all have a role. They all have a job to do. And whenever they can pick each other up, again, that's part of team thing. Hall went in a game down 5 and just kept, had 4 ups and 3.2 innings and kept us in the ball game. Without him, we don't win.
Murph, we appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks so much, Lee.
Pat Murphy with us here on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. We are back with more after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Attention, recently retired folks. A new adventure is waiting for you at Cobeson Buses. Many retirees are driving bus for a second career. Bring home an extra income and enjoy a flexible work schedule. Be a positive influence and help the kids in your community. Cobeson Buses has immediate openings. Starting wages just increased to its highest level. Visit Cobeson.com. That's KOBUSSEN.com for more information and to find a Cobeson terminal near you.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
Brewers and the Pirates, this begins a stretch, as I said earlier, of 3 straight divisional series for the first place Brewers. Game 1 is coming up tonight at American Family Field, and you're listening to the On Deck Show, built by Menards. Tonight's injury report presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Rob Zastryzny's getting closer to returning to the Brewers bullpen. He threw another scoreless inning for Nashville yesterday. That's 2 scoreless appearances in his latest rehab assignment. Pat Murphy said the last hurdle that Rob Z has to cross is going to have to be a back-to-back. He'll have to pitch back-to-back days and prove he can do it healthy before they activate him to rejoin the Brewers bullpen. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Toyota. Visit your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup, like the all-new Tacoma Grand.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best.
Ooh, that's gone. I did not see that one coming. Here's another surprise hit. Did you know our gas stations sell local fuel? It's true. When you fill up with unleaded 88, you can be sure more of it comes from Wisconsin. Wisconsin farmers grow the corn that becomes ethanol right here in our state. Ethanol blends produce clean fuel. It's better for your engine, better for your wallet, and it supports Wisconsin farmers. That's a home run. The next time you fill up, choose unleaded 88. Learn more at wibiofuels.org.
The On Deck Show, built by Menards, continues. Game 1 between the Brewers and the Pirates is coming up in just about 15 minutes. Isaac Collins is coming off of one of the best weeks of his young career, and today he was named the National League's Player of the Week. It was capped off by this swing yesterday. Jeff Levering with the call, leading off the 9th inning against Edwin Diaz of the Mets.
2-2. Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Isaac Collins walks it off against the Mets. You can't make it up.
Following that memorable moment, Isaac joined us on the post-game show to talk about that game-winning hit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a great fastball. Lower slot, rise and run, 99. It's an elite fastball, and I just told myself, stay on the fastball. And I just trusted my eyes, trusted my swing, saw the slider, and caught it out front.
When it went over the wall and you'd hit your first walk-off home run in the major leagues, what was the feeling that was going through your body?
I don't even really know. It was just so much excitement. It was awesome. I mean, it's what you dream of as a kid. That was my first ever walk-off home run at any level.
Wow.
So, and that was my first home run here at American Family Field. So, for it to, culminate to that, and it was just such a good win today, being down 5-1 and battling back and, 2 out RBI hits, and just, it was just a great way to cap the series and get the sweep.
I was going to say, and you led me perfectly, Isaac, into my next question. How do you put this into words, what this team is doing right now? Really, it's been a few months, but especially in these last few weeks, finding different ways and different guys to help you win every single night. Yeah, I mean,
we're a good ball club. We can win, like you said, we can win in multiple different ways. Not just a long ball. We get on base, we move runners over. We have some really good timely hitting lately. I think that has a lot to do with our success. And but if you just continually have good at bats over the course of a game, over the course of a series, that puts pressure on the pitchers, and that ends up leading to pitches over the plate. And that's what we've done. We've taken those balls on the edge and executed on the balls over the plate.
This was a wild day for everybody here in this area. I'm sure when you woke up this morning and saw what was going on outside.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
but that could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Baseball fans, you know the power of a great team on the field and in our community. Right now, we need MVPs like you to step up and donate blood. Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin. Every donation saves local lives, helping patients right here in Wisconsin. Like a clutch hit in the bottom of the ninth, your blood donation can be the game changer someone desperately needs. Step up to the plate. Schedule your donation today at versity.org because hope is in our blood.
Milwaukee Bucks history like you've never heard it before. Listen to Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher. Available on the Bucks Plus audio network and wherever you get podcasts.
We get it going in 10 minutes on a Monday night at American Family Field. Game 1 between the Pirates and the Brewers. Milwaukee in search of its second 10-game winning streak in just under a month. Man, they've played great baseball. 9 in a row coming into this one tonight. It's the On Deck Show built by Menards, and tonight's starting lineups presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure. Visit WIIN at WisconsinInfrastructure.com. Jose Quintana gets the ball for the Crew tonight. Won a couple of games on the last road trip. Did the veteran left-hander. Here are the 9 that he'll face for Pittsburgh. Liover Peguero. He was in the minor leagues the first couple of series these teams got together, but he is now the leadoff batter and first baseman for manager Don Kelly. The veteran Tommy Pham is batting second and playing left field. And Brian Reynolds, a guy who always seems to hit Brewer pitching well, batting third. Reynolds is the right fielder. Second baseman Nick Gonzalez has been red hot. He'll be the cleanup batter. And then Andrew McCutchen, the ageless one, now at 38 years of age. He's the number 5 batter in DH. Alexander Canario gets a start in center field, batting 6th. The catcher is Joey Bart, and he will hit 7th. Shortstop Jared Triolo's batting 8th, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at third base now, with Ke'Bryan Hayes having been traded away. Kiner-Falefa rounds out the order against Jose. Quintana versus another lefty. It's Andrew Heaney for the Pirates. Brewers had a lot of success the other time they faced him back in June. And Bryce Durang's going to move into the leadoff spot tonight, playing second base on a 7-game hitting streak with a lot of pop included. Isaac Collins, our pregame guest, is batting second. As mentioned, the newly named National League Player of the Week is in left field. William Contreras with 3 homers over the final 2 days against the Mets. He bats third and does the catching. Christian Yelich back in there as the designated hitter, cleaning things up. Andrew Vaughn, the first baseman, is batting 5th. And Caleb Durbin is batting 6th, playing third. Sal Frelick has been moved down on the card. He's batting 7th. This is the first time in about 2 months that he's not been in there as the leadoff hitter. He's playing right field as Sal. Brandon Lockridge in center with the Brewers for first time as Blake Perkins gets the evening off. Lockridge hits 8th. And Joey Ortiz red hot in the 9th spot as the Brewers shortstop against Mr. Heaney. Tonight's umpires presented by Cannon and Dunphy. Ben May is behind home plates. Roberto Ortiz at first. The crew chief Bill Miller second. And Edwin Jimenez over at third. Cannon and Dunphy, a premier Milwaukee personal injury law firm with over $1 billion recovered. They're your advocates for justice no matter the size of your case. Cannon and Dunphy, experience, results, justice. It's a beautiful night, and we've got Brewers and Pirates baseball coming up just a few minutes. More from Lane after this on the On Deck Show built by Menards, here on the Brewers Radio Network.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 12th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Pittsburgh Pirates.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
And subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, and the Wisconsin Dental Association. Brewers and the Pirates. Game 1 of this series is just around the corner as we continue in the On Deck Show, built by Menards on the Brewers Radio Network.
Hi, John McGivern here. Did you know Network Health has been a leader in providing health plans in Wisconsin for over 41 years? A lot has changed in the last 4 decades, and Network Health remains as dependable and reliable as ever, providing health plans in 25 Wisconsin counties to over 126,000 members and growing. Join them. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated.
Jose Quintana leads the Brewers out onto the diamond. Game 1 of this series is about to begin. It's the Pirates in town for their second trip here this year. We wrap up the On Deck Show built by Menards with a roof update. Wow, what a difference 24 hours can make, huh? It is gorgeous tonight here in Milwaukee. Temperatures around 80, and we are all opened up. Brought to you by Big Fish Contracting, with decades of experience providing roofing, siding, and windows. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Quintana swapped spots in the rotation for this series with Freddie Peralta, who now goes tomorrow night. We drive around the league, brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Cubs are off tonight. They lost the series to the Cardinals over the weekend. And the Brewers now with a season-high 6-game lead in the Central over second-place Chicago. In fact, the Brewers are tied for the largest lead in any division in baseball. The only other team that's up 6 games is Detroit in the American League Central. Big game going on in Cincinnati. It's the Reds holding a 1-0 lead over the Phillies going into the 7th inning at Great American Ballpark. The Phillies, of course, lead the NL East. And the Reds are trying to creep up on the Mets for that last wild card spot in the National League. Only a game and a half behind them coming into tonight. Andrew Abbott, 6 scoreless innings thus far for those Cincinnati Reds. We'll see them on the road this weekend. But it's time for baseball. Quintana versus Heaney. Brewers and Pirates, and for the play-by-play, here's my partner, Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. A reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. Leover Peguero leads things off for the Pirates. 24 years old. He debuted at the age of 21 back in 2022. Right-handed hitter, and he leads off against the lefty, Jose Quintana. Peguero, the first baseman today for the Pirates. And Quintana, the former Pirate, brings home the pitch, and that missed high. Maybe a touch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Few clouds up top, but mainly blue skies here tonight. Welcome sight at American Family Field. The 1-0 pitch. And Peguero swing and a miss at a sinker away, and it's 1-1. Got underway a minute late at 6:41 today. 84 degrees at first pitch. It is still a warm one here in southeast Wisconsin, and now a little pitch calm issue between Contreras and Quintana, and they're going to ask somebody to run a new one out, I think, from the Brewers dugout. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless, premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbless right here inside the stadium. Carbless, less is more. Count is 1-1 on Peguero. Pitch comm issue seems to be resolved with some new hardware run out to the veteran Quintana. Brewers in their home cream uniforms, cream tops, cream pants, and the navy blue lid. Pirates in their road grays here tonight. Quintana brings home the 1-1, and that misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike on Peguero. Peguero hitting just .222 on the year, 4 home runs and 7 driven in. The 2-1 from Quintana is a swing and a miss at a sinker away, and it's 2-2. All 4 of those home runs have come in the last 9 games, though, that Peguero has played in. So Leover Peguero has swung it better here of late for this Pirates bunch. They have played better baseball under Don Kelly since he took over as the interim manager. 2-2 pitch, and he missed down and away with a sinker. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peguero, then the veteran Pham, and then Reynolds. The first 3 in the order tonight for Pittsburgh. Quintana's 3-2 pitch is a fly ball to left, hit pretty well. Collins back onto the edge of the warning track. Cam's underneath of it, makes the catch. And there's 1 away. So Peguero goes to a full count against Quintana and ends up flying out to left. 1 away for Tommy Pham. Pham, who has bounced around over the course of his career, has really heated up of late for this Pirates bunch. Seems like he gets traded at the deadline every year. It was not the case this year, though. Pirates held on to him. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Has his average up to 265, 5 home runs, 33 driven in. Always been good against lefties over the course of his career. Quintana's 0-1 pitch is hit foul out of play first base side, and it's 0-2. Fan made a nice catch in the Loge level to the right of us. Quickly 0-2. Quintana out of the windup, and the pitch to Pham, and he missed down to the curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fan reached back behind him and made the catch.
He sure did.
A replay look at it. Oh, yeah, left-handed, bare hand, and then he acted like ho-hum after he made the catch. Good for him. Act like you've done it before, right? I wouldn't, but he did. Good on him. 1-2 here on Pham.
Early candidate for play of the day.
Yeah. Leader in the clubhouse right now. 1-2 pitch. Missed down and in. It's 2-2. Pham, a 17-game on base streak currently. He's hitting .358 since June 22nd. So that's pretty good sample size that Pham has been delivering in this Pirates lineup. 2-2 pitch. This is hit out to center. It's going to back up Lockridge all the way back onto the warning track with a play. Makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. A couple of fly ball outs against Quintana here for these Pirates. 2 away and nobody on, and Brian Reynolds coming to the plate. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Brewers defensively, Collins in left, Lockridge in center. We've checked on both of them already. The Gold Glover Frelick is in right, Durbin at third, Ortiz the shortstop, Terang at second, Vaughn at first. Contreras does the catching of Quintana. First pitch to Reynolds is down and away with a sinker, and it's 1-0. Brian Reynolds has always hit against the Brewers. Always a very tough out, especially in this ballpark. Pitch from Quintana. That's a strike at the knees with a 2-seam fastball, and it's 1-1. Quintana again out of the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and away. And Reynolds, the switch hitter, up there as a right-handed hitter. Swung over the top of it. Reynolds, a career .317 hitter with 14 home runs and 45 driven in against the Brewers. And as we told you, he's been really tough in this ballpark. Quintana's 1-2 pitch. Missed inside. It's 2-2. In this ballpark, .333 average, 6 home runs, 19 driven in over the course of his career. A veteran now. He's been a big part of this lineup for a long time for Pittsburgh. Quintana working out of the windup. The 2-2 pitch brought home, and he did not chase. It was a changeup down and away, and Reynolds able to hold off, and the count goes full. 3-2. Ben May is our home plate umpire. Roberto Ortiz at first base. Crew chief Bill Miller at second, and Edwin Jimenez is at third. That's your umpiring crew tonight. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball foul up the third baseline, and it gets under the glove of the ball boy down that left field line. Got to get those eyes down and behind the glove. He's talking to the fans about it.
You're harsh.
Yeah,
that was a tough play.
That's a chance to make the play up the middle. Glove side. 3-2 pitch to Reynolds. And a swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 1 for Quintana. He works a 1-2-3 top half. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Pirates nothing.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak.
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Find your local dealer at CarrierMilwaukee.com.
The First Inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Bryce Turang will lead things off for the Brewers here. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Jose Quintana went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first. Turang squaring to bunt, pulls the bat back and takes outside from the left-hander Andrew Heaney, the veteran, on the mound tonight for the Pirates. 1 ball and no strikes. Heaney 5-9 with a 4.77 ERA. Brings home the 1-0 pitch, and Turang took low. It's 2-0. Quick trip around the bases presented this month by Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks, and tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases is Elizabeth Stone from Mount Pleasant. If the Brewers score in the first inning, Elizabeth will win a $100 quick trip gift card, compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and Quick Trip. Turang takes a high strike, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Bryce. Comes in the midst of a 7-game hitting streak. And he takes high. It's 3-1. 11 for 30 during that streak. And 4 home runs. A little power surge here of late from Bryce Turang. And he hits one in the air to center. This one hit pretty well. It is tailing away from Canario, and it is gone. Canario back there to the wall, and it flew over his head and out of here. The power surge continues indeed for Bryce Turang. His 11th of the season, and the Brewers grab a 1-0 lead. It was a sinker, middle. And the Brewers, who got all after Andrew Heaney when they faced him earlier this year in this ballpark, wasting no time here tonight. Here's the hero from yesterday, Isaac Collins. He takes outside, and it's 1-0. Collins earlier today named National League Player of the Week. And he takes a little bit high. 2 balls to no strikes. On June 24th in this ballpark, Heaney went 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, gave up 3 home runs, including a pair to Joey Ortiz in that game. 2-0 to Collins. Is flipped foul back behind home plate, now to play. And it's 2-1. Collins' batting average up to .295 with 8 home runs and 40 driven in. 2-1. And Collins pops it up. This one to the infield, foul territory. It's the catcher Bart who sheds the mask and makes the catch in front of the Brewers dugout for the first out. 1 away for William Contreras. Speaking of power surges, 6 home runs in his last 12 games. 12 home runs now in the season for Contreras, hitting .255 and 52 driven in. He has 5 RBIs on this homestand already. There is 1 out, nobody on. Brewers have already jumped out to a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo blast from Bryce Terang. We had a couple of home runs in that Mets series. So 3 home runs on the homestand for Bryce. First pitch to Contreras is a curveball that just caught the outside edge, and it's 0-1.
Wayne Heaney's given up the 3rd most home runs of any pitcher in the National League, so he's susceptible to them.
That's the 23rd he's given up this year. There's the strike on the inside edge, and it's 0-2.
And the Brewers have had no problem adding on to his total.
4 of the 23. Oh-2 pitch. Swing, and just got a piece of it. It's a change-up away, and Contreras just able to extend enough and take his legs out of the swing, get a piece of it, and stay alive. Contreras, a 2-homer day yesterday. Counted for 3 RBIs. Heaney's 0-2. Up and in. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yelich in the on-deck circle for the Crew. One-two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Slider down and in. And there's 2 away. Let's go back to that Terang home run, Josh. The sound off the bat. Brewers slugging of late. You know, there's been a lot of talk about, well, the Brewers hit for average. They run, but they don't slug. That's the one thing the offense doesn't do. That has not been the case for the last couple of weeks. There's been plenty of slug, especially here in this month of August. Here's Yelich, the cleanup hitter. He takes inside, and it's 1-0. Cleanup hitting home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations. Yelich takes high, and it's 2-0. You can do that for a free inspection today. Unfortunately, Loyal Family pretty busy. Probably over the last handful, well, the last 24 hours or so. 2-0 to Yelich, a ground ball, hard hit, back up the middle, and into center field. So Yelich with a 2-out single, his 2nd hit of this homestand, and the inning continues to Andrew Vaughn. By the way, congratulations to Elizabeth Stone from Mount Pleasant. You're a winner in our $100 Quick Trip gift card giveaway. Compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and, of course, Quick Trip. So here's Vaughn, 241 on the year, 12 home runs, 47 driven in. The numbers so much more impressive, and you break them out in just his time with the Brewers. 348, 7 home runs. 28 driven in. Been a while since he drove in a run. Heaney brings home the pitch, and Vaughn took outside. It's 1-0. And when I say a while, I mean he just hasn't driven one in on the homestand yet. Drove in plenty on that road trip. But if you go a game without an RBI from Vaughn right now, you feel like something's wrong. That's how hot he's been. Heaney's 1-0. Missed outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Doesn't this feel like a great matchup for Andrew Vaughn, too,
Sure
against
does.
a lefty like Heaney?
Really can see the ball with that arm slot that Heaney throws it from. A little bit of a frisbee-like coming out. Extended with a 3/4 arm slot. 2-0s down and in with a curve. And it goes to 3-0 on Vaughn. You've got another guy that loves to hit against lefties in Durbin in the on-deck circle. If Vaughn should reach here. 1-0 Brewers, bottom of the 1st inning. Heaney brings home the 3-0, and Vaughn was taking all the way. He took a strike that wasn't. He's a little high. But Ben May deemed it a strike, and it's 3-1. Yelich with his lead from first. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Missed down and in, and Vaughn will work the walk. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference, and this turning into a long inning now for Andrew Heaney. He is at 22 pitches. And now he'll face Caleb Durbin. Durbin 2 for 2 with a home run against Heaney in his career. So he's had the upper hand in that matchup. First pitch. And he took a curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That is the smallest of samples, but the most success you could possibly imagine for Caleb Durbin. 0-1 is high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Brewers doing what Pat Murphy always talks about, taking a bite out of the starting pitcher right out of the gate. Making him really work here in this first inning. This has been the MO of this team. A big part of their identity. Heaney's 1-1. Durbin a swing and a miss. He went after a changeup down below the zone. It's 1-2. For the Pirates defensively, Pham in left, Canario is in center. Reynolds in right, Kiner Falefa at third, Triolo the shortstop, Gonzalez at second, Peguero at first, and Bart does the catching. 1-2, missed away with a changeup. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heaney's going to throw at least 27 pitches in this inning. At least. Two pitch. Way inside, it hit him. Came way down and in with a slider, and it hit him. Caleb Durbin just continues to be a magnet for the baseball. And you know, a lot of times with Durbin, you look at how many times he's been hit by a pitch. That's the 16th time he's been hit by a pitch. You think about the fact that he kind of leans out over the plate. You can't say that on that one. That one came down and in. Nothing he could do to get out of the way. Bases are loaded for Sal Frelick. Heaney's first pitch to Sal. He is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So the Brewers have loaded the bases. This has all happened with 2 outs. A Yelich single, a Vaughn walk, and now Durbin hit by the pitch. Here's the 0-1 to Frelick. And he took down and away with a slider. It is 1-1. Frelick 0 for 8 with an RBI on the homestand. Batting average sitting at .291 with 8 home runs and 42 driven in. The 1-1. And Sal pops it up into foul territory, first base side. Peguero over near the coach's box makes the catch, and the Brewers will leave them loaded in the first inning. But the Brewers do get on the board. A solo blast from Terang to lead things off. It's 1-0 as we head to the second inning on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
Can get.
It's back, track, bye, baseball.
All season long, this is the Brewers Radio.
Things off for the Pirates against Jose Quintana, who needed 18 pitches to get through the first. And the first pitch to Gonzalez is low with a changeup, and it's 1-0. Brewers on the board with a solo home run from Bryce Terang in the bottom of the first. to strike first here in game 1 of this 3-game series. Brewers looking for 10 wins in a row here tonight. 1-0 to Gonzalez. He is a check swing through there for a strike anyway on a changeup, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez, right-handed hitter. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the net. And it's 1-2. Hitting .281, 5 home runs, 19 driven in. He's done a remarkable job against lefties over the course of this year. .304 average. He's been hot since the All-Star break. This is a young player for this Pirates bunch that they want to try to build around. 1-2. Missed down and away with a curveball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pirates trying to find some position players to go along with what's a pretty good pitching staff overall. Gonzalez, former first-round pick, and he has shown them some stuff this year that would make ownership in the front office believe. He pops this one up foul and out of play first base side, and it stays at 2-2. Pirates have had some high draft picks and some first-round picks. Some haven't really shown up yet or worked out yet from a position player standpoint. Hoping Gonzalez is able to. He hits this one pretty well out to center. Back on it is Lockridge at the warning track and right up against the wall. He reaches up and makes the catch for the first down. So we've had some long fly balls off the bats of these Pirates, but they've all stayed in the park so far. One away here for the former Brewer, Andrew McCutchen. Hey, I want to send out our congratulations to our wonderful groundskeeper here at American Family Field, Ryan Woodley, and his wife Claire, on the birth of their son, Bennett Lee Woodley. First pitch to McCutchen is outside. It's 1-0. Ryan and his staff do such a wonderful job keeping this place so pristine day in, day out. 1-0 pitch. In there with a strike, and it's 1-1. And he is the best in the business when it comes to making this place look like it needs to every single day. 1-1. That is a strike on the inside edge, and it's 1-2. And if he's half of as good of a father as he is a groundskeeper, Bennett is off to a very good start. And I know that he is. 1-2 on McCutchen. And he missed low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, congratulations to Ryan and Claire, and let's just hope that young Bennett gets his mother's looks.
He said it, Ryan, not me. That was Maurer.
I kid. We love Woodley.
2 balls and 2 strikes on McCutchen, the pitch. And this is hammered down the left field line, but foul. Wouldn't have had home run distance, but would have been an extra base hit for McCutchen if it was fair, but it wasn't. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes still with 1 out here. He got a curveball, and Quintana left it up. And McCutchen just got out in front of it and yanked it foul.
I think Ryan Woodley is the best in the business, and it's a high bar in Major League Baseball, but nobody's better.
There's no doubt about it. 2-2 pitch. This is a fly ball out to right center. Playable for Lockridge, moving to his left and into the gap to make the catch, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Alexander Canario. I can still tell you the very moment I met Ryan Woodley. Ryan Woodley was on the Mets staff. He had just been hired to take over here in Milwaukee, and the Brewers were playing the Mets in New York City. Early in the season, it was an April series as Canario hits it foul behind home plate, and it's 0-1. And we were at Foley's. It's a Irish baseball pub that is no longer in existence in Manhattan, but it was a famous baseball hangout. We would always try to make it a point to go there. The 0-1 is low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And so we were there, and the owner of Foley's was a man named Sean Clancy, who ironically enough is here tonight at the ballpark. We saw him during the pregame ceremonies today before the game. 1-1 pitch to Canario. That is a strike on the inside edge. It's 1-2. And Sean came over and was talking to Jeff Levering, Ken Sommerfeld, and myself and said, hey, your new groundskeeper's here. And he brought Ryan Woodley over for us to meet him. And that was the first time I met Woody. 1-2 pitch to Canario. Swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup down and away from Quintana. And another ortho ASAP strikeout. That's his second one of the night. 6 up and 6 down for the veteran southpaw so far here tonight. We go to the bottom of the second.
WCU.org, insured by NCUA.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Before we continue, 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Ken Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight. Andrew Heaney back out there on the mound for the Pirates, a 1-0 Brewers lead. And the first pitch to Brandon Lockridge is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Lockridge hitting .219 on the year, no home runs. He's driven in 9. A 1 pitch, that's popped up, foul out of play first base side. And it's 0-2 on Lockridge. You heard Pat Murphy in the pregame show talking about Brandon Lockridge. He was talking about all the different heroes of the game yesterday. And he said, look, Brandon Lockridge yesterday did not collect a hit. He went 0 for 3. This is fouled out of play first base side. And it's 0-2. Drew a walk in the middle of that 4th inning that the Brewers put up 3 runs. But he saw 33 pitches. 0-2 pitch. That is a breaking ball that missed just a bit outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Lockridge. And it's the things like that that when you have a chance to sit down and chat with the manager. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top of a changeup. Lockridge strikes out. That's the second strikeout for Heaney. And there's 1 away now for Joey Ortiz. Those are the things the manager notices, because you don't get to 73 and 44. You don't win 12 out of your last 13, 9 in a row, without everybody buying in to a style of play. First pitch to Ortiz, breaking ball, strike, and it's 0-1. Without everybody understanding a role and how you get from point A to point B. And the Brewers have bought in. 0-1. Chopper out in front of the plate. Off the mound is Heaney to field it. Spins, throws to first high, but caught by Peguero, and he comes down on the bag. And Ortiz, who has had some major ownage of Heaney, had hit 3 home runs against him lifetime, is retired this time by Heaney. And there's 2 down for Terang. But that's the thing about this Brewers team. Collectively as a group, everybody's pulling in the same direction. And everybody understands that the quality of the at-bat matters. First pitch to Terang. Breaking ball missed up and in. It's 1-0. Terang with his 11th home run of the season back in the first. Extended his hitting streak to 8 games. Heaney's pitch. That caught the outside edge with a slider. And it's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on here. Bottom of the second inning. At American Family Field. 1-1. That missed high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Can't beat summer in Wisconsin. Lakes, sun, food, grilled brats, Frank's from Usingers, Pine River Gourmet cheese spreads. 2-1s, down and away. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Great with everything. I came home last night and I had wheat thins and the garden vegetable Pine River cheese spread. Wrap up your summer day with Cedar Crest ice cream and call it a winner. 3-1. Terang took a strike on the outside edge, and the count is full. It's 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouled out of play, third base side, and into the Loge level. We'll do it again at 3-2. Heaney threw a lot of pitches, upwards of 30 in that first inning. He now sits at 43 pitches here. And not yet through the second. 3-2. And Terang, did he check? Yes. Pitch came up and in with a fastball, and Terang was nearly hit by the pitch. It was kind of up around the eyes, and he was able to check. And so it's a walk for Terang. So he's been on base both times tonight. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. And now here's Isaac Collins. First pitch, Collins pops it up. Behind home plate, foul, should get out of play, it will. Bart had shed the mask and gave it a little glance, but no chance for him to get back there as that ball was way out of play, and it's 0-1 on Collins. .387 hitter in his last 20 games for Isaac Collins. 0-1. Ground ball left side. Scooped up by the third baseman, Kiner Falefa, fires across in time to retire Collins, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left. We go to the third. 1-0 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by America.
Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft, it's got an outboard motor, it's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
To the third inning we go here at American Family Field. It's 1-0 Brewers, and stepping in with the play-by-play, here's Josh Maurer.
Thank you, Lane. What a great night. Open up this series against the Pirates. Joey Bart going to lead off the third against Jose Quintana, who's retired the first 6 he's faced. The pitch misses a little bit outside. Ball 1 on the Pirates catcher. Got a couple of balls that were hit pretty much to the center field fence, but Brandon Lockridge caught each of them for the Pirates over those first 2 innings. Now the 1-0 to Bart, line foul. First base side up into the Loge level, 1-1. Joey Bart hitting .240. For a guy who's got pretty good pop, surprising that he's only got 1 home run all season. Driven in just 18. He shares the catching duties with Henry Davis. The 1-1. Bart checked up on a high one. Contreras tried to ask for an appeal from Ben May, our home plate umpire, and Ben May was not in a giving mood. He didn't grant it. I don't think he swung. Doesn't hurt to ask, though. 2-1. Quintana from his windup. The 2-1 pitch lifted into right field with some carry. Back on it goes Frelick to the track. He is right at the wall, and it is gone. Joey Bart's second home run of the whole season. Well, the Pirates keep peppering the fence, and this one they got over. We're tied at 1 here in the third inning. Opposite field for Bart. That's my fault, because I just made a whole big deal about the fact that it was surprising he only had 1 home run this year. It was a 2-seam fastball, not a bad pitch. Lower outside corner there to the right-handed hitter, and he went with it and drove it out just over the wall and well inside the pole in right field for Joey Bart. So each team's hit a solo home run tonight. We're tied up. Here's Jared Triolo. First pitch, down low. It's a curveball. Now they ask to see if he swung. The appeal is granted this time, and the first base umpire says he did. See, that's why you ask. Roberto Ortiz says swinging strike 1. So base is clear, still nobody out. Triolo up there, not much of a hitter. A 1 pitch line drive into left center field for a base hit. Over to get it is the left fielder Collins. Triolo, after a bobble by Collins, will go to second base. That's going to be the first error on the Brewers in 12 games. And there's a runner in scoring position with nobody out on a line single into left center for Triolo. And then Collins cutting in front of the center fielder Lockridge, trying to pick the ball up. Just had it kick off of his glove and stay on the grass. Brewers had 11 consecutive games of error-free baseball before that. Very rare for Isaac. It's only his 4th error of the season. So the Pirates in a 1-1 game. Golden opportunity to get the lead. Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa taking upstairs and outside for ball 1. So you have the home run by Joey Bart. Triolo came in hitting 178, and he singles and moves up on an error. Kiner-Falefa, right-handed hitter. The 1-0 pitch squares to bunt, bunts it foul. Back to the backstop, over towards the third base on deck circle. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. IKF. Generally, everybody refers to him by his initials. Runner at second, nobody out. The 1-1. No bunt, and he took a strike. Just caught the inside corner with a fastball, did Jose. 1-2. Kiner-Falefa is hitting .273. Also a guy without much power, just 1 home run. He's driven in 32, playing third base now with Ke'Bryan Hayes having been traded. Quintana looks back at second. The 1-2 to the plate. Down in the dirt on a curve. Blocked by Contreras to keep the runner in place.
Yeah, for Bart, 26 career home runs now. 4 of them come against the Brewers. That's the most he's hit against any opponent.
He had been 1 for 16, though, this year against the Brewers. Before that at bat.
Had a good year last year against the Crew.
He did. 2-2 pitch. Kiner-Falefa grounds it to shortstop. Ortiz gets in front, plays it forehanded, holds the runner, and throws out IKF at first. It's a big out for Quintana. Runner unable to advance. 1 away for the top of the order and Liover Peguero. Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. Super easy app opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today. 1 on, 1 out. Peguero flew to deep left to begin the ballgame. Pitch to Liover. It's over, but it's low. And a changeup, ball 1. No?
I allow it. I'll allow it. I liked it. Lean into it.
I usually do. Right-handed hitter with some pop. Jared Triolo at second. Pickoff play in behind him off the glove of Terang and into center field. And up to third goes Triolo. So the Brewers go 11-plus games without committing an error. And now they make 2 in the span of 3 batters. That went on Quintana. The throw off the glove of Terang, who went to cover second base on that pickoff play. And with Bryce unable to catch it, the ball trickling into shallow center. Triolo able to move up. Yeah, baseball's just funny. Who would have thunk that there'd be 2 errors in 1 inning? One on Collins, one on Quintana. Infield comes in. Count is 1-0 on Peguero, and the pitch catches the inside corner. The two-seamer 1-1. Just a weird inning thus far. You had a guy who had one home run all season hit one to lead off.
You just can't predict this game no matter how much you try.
Nope. Infield all the way up. Quintana with a 1-1. Peguero swings and misses. Got the two-seamer by him. It's 1-2. The Brewers were trying to tie their all-time club record for most consecutive games without committing an error. Tonight, they would have tied it if they'd gone error-free. Runner at third, one away. The 1-2 pitch. Peguero takes it at the top of the zone. Strike three. He got him. Great pitch. Manley over. Peguero could not pull the trigger. Ben Mays started the lawnmower. That's a huge second out. Everybody can go back to normal depth on the infield as Tommy Pham comes up. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 3. 1-1 the score. Quintana trying to keep it that way. And the pitch is flied to center again and playable. Backtracking a couple of steps is Lockridge, but he's planted in front of the warning track to make the catch. And Quintana makes some big pitches to keep the game tied after that runner got to third base. A home run by Joey Bart. There were a couple of errors, but one man left.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Texas. This is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
New units. Savings include customer credit and dealer credit. Financing with approved credit. $15.19 per month per thousand finance. No down payment required.
Tri-City National Bank is proud to support your hometown team, and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
1-1 the score as William Contreras leads off the bottom of the third against the left-hander Andrew Heaney. Struck out back in the first inning, did Red Hot William. Out of the windup, Heaney first pitch. Down and in, ball 1. It's time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant tonight, Kenneth Dahl from Madison, DAHL. Kenneth wins the Potawatomi prize package if a member of the crew hits a triple this inning. 1-0 is a strike, painted the inside corner. You can visit WTMJ.com to enter and for official contest rules. Good luck to you, Kenneth. Each team's hit a solo home run. 1-1. High, 2-1. It was Terang, first batter that Heaney faced. And then Joey Bart just tied it up at the top of this inning for the Pirates. From the windup, 2-1 coming. Ripped towards third, but caught with a backhand by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, reaching to the backhand. That was smoked. Tough out.
105. That off the bat is almost certainly a double in the left field corner every time. Not that time.
So now Yelich, 1 out, and he drills it in the air deep into right center field. He's admiring it as it goes back towards the wall, and it is gone. A leap by Canario, but it's out for a solo home run for Yelly. Brewers back in front, 2-1. Christian Yelich goes deep for the 22nd time this season. He knew he got it. A curveball that stayed right in the middle of the plate. Those are the kind of pitches that Yelich pulls out of here, and that's exactly what he did. Boy, Heaney's going to want that one back. Here's Andrew Vaughn. Ground ball chopped up the middle. Tough play, second baseman Gonzalez. Backhand, long off balance throw, not in time. It's an infield single for Andrew Vaughn with one out. He's aboard. Nick Gonzalez did everything he could. Fielded that on the shortstop side of the bag. He bounced the throw. He was off balance. His momentum was carrying him into the outfield as he threw it. And just couldn't get enough mustard to get it there in time to get Vaughn. So 3 hitters in the inning. He had that hard line out by Contreras, the home run by Yelich, and now a single by Vaughn, who's been on base twice. 2-1 Brewers, and here comes Caleb Durbin with one out. Heaney's pitch. Bunts it up the third baseline. It's a good one. Kiner Falefa, barehanded pick and throw on the run. He got him. What a play. Isaiah Kiner Falefa robs what would have been a bunt hit from Caleb Durbin. Up to second goes Vaughn. There are 2 outs. Probably no sacrifice there.
I don't think you could nor should. He's trying to bunt his way on there, definitely. It is incredible. If Yelich hits a ball in the air pole side, it's going to go. You know? How many times has he hit a ball in the air pole side where it didn't end up on the other side of the wall?
It seems very rare, doesn't it? Runner at second, 2 out for Sal Frelick. Ground ball hit through the right side. Frelick into right field. Around third comes Vaughn. They get a shot. Reynolds throw to the plate. Off the glove of Bart, who tried to reach out, catch it, and slap a tag on. But he never caught the baseball cleanly, and I think Vaughn was safe regardless. Up to second on the throw goes Frelick. He's got an RBI single, and the Brewers have a 3-1 lead in the third. Sal Frelick with his first hit of the homestand, and the Brewers going right after the first pitches here from Heaney in this inning. That's the 4th straight batter lane that's hit the first pitch in play. So Frelick in scoring position for Brandon Lockridge. Line drive pulled foul down the left field line by Lockridge by a couple of feet wide of the chalk. Almost 5 in a row.
You think the Brewers saw something second time through?
They've obviously got a plan now. Lockridge struck out his first time, so 2 runs home in the inning. And the pitch. Bunted, but he popped it up. Foul. Can anybody get to it? No. Third base side. Closest, actually, was the pitcher, Heaney, who was sprinting over there. Third baseman Kiner Falefa couldn't reach it because he was too far back. Neither could the catcher, Bart. So Lockridge gets away with a popped-up foul bunt. He's behind 0-2. A little housekeeping for you. For every Milwaukee home run all season, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin donates $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. And already a couple of $100 tonight, thanks to Terang and Yelich. Frelick at second, 2 out. The 0-2 pitch. Lockridge breaks his bat, but bloops a single into right field. Around third comes Frelick. Again, Reynolds has a chance. Throw to the plate, up the line, and Sal is safe. Brandon Lockridge with an RBI single to make it a 3-run third. Brewers have a 4-1 lead. And that came on an 0-2 pitch, on which it sounded like he broke his bat. Boy, when it's going your way, it's going your way.
Second time in 3 innings, Josh, the Brewers will send at least 7 to the plate. Think how many times in this winning streak they've had an inning where they've sent 7 or more to the plate.
Feels like at least once every night. Brandon Lockridge, boy, has he been impressive. They've needed him, too, because since that trade, you've had Churio on the injured list. You had Frelick miss a few games due to a knee issue. And so Brandon Lockridge, who when he was acquired from the Padres, was in the minor leagues for San Diego. He came right up here, thrown into the fire, and he's delivered. Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. They're visiting with Heaney. He's given up 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. Staying put at first was Lockridge on the throw home. So he's at first. Here's Joey Ortiz. Grounded out to the pitcher, back last inning. First pitch is a breaking ball that dips in for a strike. It's already 5 runs batted in for Lockridge in just 7 games played with the Brewers. Good speed at first. The 0-1. Inside corner, called a strike. That was borderline on a fastball. Pitcher gets the call. It's 0-2. Ortiz, 3 home runs in his career against Heaney. 2 of them in that start Heaney made in June. 0-2 pitches in the dirt. Blocked nicely there by Joey Bart. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Josh, in this winning streak, I've got 13 times the Brewers have sent 7 or more to the plate.
A baker's dozen. 1-2. Little blooper into right field. That's got eyes. It's falling in for a base hit. First to third goes Lockridge. Throw from Reynolds just lobbed into the second baseman on a single by Joey Ortiz. It just keeps coming. These last 2 hits by Lockridge and Joey, just little doinks into right field, not hit hard, but you put them into a perfect spot and you get the success. They're on the corners with 2 out. And now the 8th batter of the inning is Bryce Terang.
And the Pirates will have to start getting somebody up in the bullpen soon. He hasn't thrown more than 82 pitches since the end of June. He's been limited to about 70 to 80 every time out, and he's at 61 right now.
Terang has homered and walked. Runners in the corners, and he takes down and in from Heaney, ball 1. Well, Bryce back into the leadoff spot on the card tonight, and how about this? He's batted once in each of the first 3 innings of this game. It's 4-1 Brewers. We're still in the bottom of the third. 8 men have come to the plate. The first batter lined out. Terang officially 1 for 1. Heaney's 1-0. Outside corner. Slider for a strike. Just to further your point about Heaney not going deep into games. He has only gone 5 innings. Twice in his previous 8 starts. The pitch is outside on Bryce. Pulled the fastball and it's 2-1. That goes back almost 2 months. Last 8 starts. Only 2 times did he go 5 innings. Lockridge at third, Ortiz first. There goes the runner for second. Pitch is high. They throw through to second base. It goes off the glove of the second baseman, Gonzalez. In from third on an error comes the 4th run of the inning, Lockridge. And the Brewers have a 5-1 lead in the third. Joey Bart bounced the throw. I'm surprised they even tried to make a throw on Ortiz's steal of second base. And Bart gets the error. The Pirates are thinking when it rains, it pours. 3-1 meanwhile on Bryce Terang. Pitch was a ball. 3-1 pitch. Outside corner. Painted with a fastball. So you give Ortiz a steal. Lockridge was not breaking for the plate until that went off the glove of, I think I said the second baseman. It might have been the shortstop. Doesn't matter. 3-2 pitch. Terang fouls back up over the screen. It was Triolo who was covering, not Gonzalez. Just to...
Same result.
Yeah, be accurate for our listeners. And it was a short hop throw there from Joey Bart. 4 runs in. Still a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 3-2 again to Bryce. Lifted foul coming back up, out of play.
This is what good teams do to last place teams.
This is what the Milwaukee Brewers do to everybody these days.
Fair point.
3-2 again. Terang tips it foul into the mid of Bart. He holds on a slider. That ends the inning on a strikeout. But the Brewers send 8 to the plate, score 4. Make a tie game a 5-1 lead for Jose Quintana to work with as we head to the 4th inning. That was fun. These are your 2025 Milwaukee Brewers.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Five to 1 Brewers. Brian Reynolds leads off the 4th for the Pirates against Jose Quintana. Struck out back in the 1st. And the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. 8 batters hit. Yelich homered. But even after that, there were 4 more singles and that error on Joey Bartz. The Brewers score 4 times in the 3rd. Now the 1-0. Reynolds lifts foul right side up out of play. The last run scored after the stolen base by Joey Ortiz on that E2. It was still Steelman. The Brewers bagged another donation for Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans, one name you trust. The 1-1. Reynolds fouls it back over the screen, and it's a 1-2 count. The middle of the Pittsburgh order coming up against Jose in the 4th. Gonzalez and McCutcheon after Brian Reynolds. The Brewers in search of another double-digit winning streak. Trying for 10 in a row for the 2nd time in a month. Not even. Got to 10 right after the All-Star break. 1-2. Down low. Laid off the change did Reynolds. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ended up being an 11-game streak that ended in Seattle back last month. 1 shy of free hamburgers for the whole area from George Webb. Pitch down low, and it's 3-2. And George Webb, I bet you, is starting to get ready again.
Yeah.
Quintana gave up the home run to Bart last inning. That's the only damage against him. Into his windup. 3-2 coming. Reynolds grounds foul wide of 3rd.
Tell you what, George Webb better not take it too easy until there's less than 12 games left in the regular season, because this team is capable of it at any time, rattling off that many in a row. The way they've played, the pitching, just the completeness of this team.
You're not kidding. Reynolds waits, batting right-handed. 3-2 again. Chopped foul again. Spoiled a 2-seamer. And he's going to see pitch number 8 here of the at-bat. Yeah, you think about it, the Brewers got to 11. You need 12 to get the free burgers. And it didn't happen in that tough 1-0 loss in Seattle, ending the winning streak. And everybody thought, oh, man, that was our chance. Brewers right on the doorstep of 10 in a row again. 3-2. Ground ball hit towards 3rd. Nice pick by Caleb Durbin. Durbin moving left. Got it and throws out Reynolds over at first base. One down. If folks, no dental insurance but need dental care, the new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. You can join at WDAclub.com. After 8 pitches, Quintana gets Brian Reynolds. Here's Nick Gonzalez. First pitch is up and away, ball 1. Gonzalez flew to the wall in center field his first time. Brandon Lockridge starting out in center in place of Blake Perkins tonight. He's been busy. Caught that one. 1-0 pitch. Flied foul right field side into the seats. Let's take a drive around the league. Brought to you by Construction Business Group. Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. The Reds blew a late lead. Lost to the Phillies 4-1 at Great American. 1-1. Inside corner called a strike. Two-seamer nailed the glove of Contreras. 1-2 on Nick Gonzalez. Brewers leading here 5-1. It was 4-1 Phillies. Game that Andrew Abbott was pitching a 1-0 lead, a shutout into the 8th. 1-2. Down low. Curveball. 2-2 on Gonzalez. Abbott actually got 2 outs in the 8th, and then the Phillies scored 4 runs. Capped off by a Schwarbomb. Kyle Schwarber's 42nd of the year, 2-run shot. The Phillies win 4-1. Tough start to the homestand for Cincinnati. Now the 2-2 pitch. Popped foul coming back over the screen. Another long battle here. Beginning the 4th inning for the Pirates against Quintana. Remains 2-2 on Nick Gonzalez. We're going to see the Reds coming up this weekend, after Cincinnati deals with the Phillies for a couple more. Reds in the playoff hunt. 2-2 again. Down low on a curve. And so for the second straight batter, it's a full count. 3-2 on Nick Gonzalez. Reds coming into the day after they had won the final 2 games at Pittsburgh this weekend. They were only a game and a half behind the Mets for the final wild card berth in the National League. Cubs are off tonight. 5-1 Brewers here. 3-2 pitch. Line to the left field. Collins is there. Backs up a few steps and reaches up. Makes a head-high catch. Tough 0 for 2 for Nick Gonzalez. Flew out to the wall in center. Lines one hard to the left fielder that's grabbed. So 2 out. And here's McCutchen.
I tell you, if the Reds could make the wild card, a healthy Reds team would be a scary matchup, I think, for a lot of teams in a 3-game series. If they're healthy. If they've got all that pitching available with Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo and some of the stuff. I mean, they have some stuff. And probably some stuff they could move to the pin in a 3-game series, too.
The lefty Andrew Abbott, who pitched tonight, again, he was shutting out the Phillies for almost 8 innings, but didn't get to 8, and then the Phillies scored 4 with 2 out in the 8th. But Abbott's had a great year. We'll see him, it appears, in that series this weekend. 5-1 Brewers, now McCutchen after Contreras paid a quick Potawatomi sportsbook trip to the mound. The pitch is low, ball 1. McCutchen lined to center his first time. Quintana looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Cubs are off, as mentioned, after they lost that series in St. Louis 2 of 3. They lost 2 divisional series last week. The Reds, the Cardinals beat them. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. Two-seamer nailed the outside corner to McCutchen. 2-1. Cubs are going to Toronto. Big series beginning tomorrow night. 3 games set north of the border. Quintana's 2-1. Is inside on the veteran Andrew McCutchen. Ball 3. Cardinals are playing well. They won 2 series last week against good opponents. 3-1. Outside, he walked him. Ball 4. That's the first free pass of the outing from Jose Quintana. Goes to McCutchen. Give the Pirates, trailing by 4, a 2-out base runner for their center fielder, Alexander Canario. Cardinals have a 1-0 lead over Colorado tonight. That game's gone into the 5th inning at Busch. Miles Michaelis, no hits through 4 innings against the Rockies. First pitch to Canario is low, ball 1. After the Cardinals won series against the Dodgers and the Cubs last week, all of a sudden they're only 3.5 games out of that last wild card. Don't count them out just yet. 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. Two-seam fastball on Canario, former Cub.
We're really quick to proclaim the NL East as this great division, or the NL West. NL Central's the best division in the National League.
And I would say maybe in all of baseball.
Yeah.
1-1 swing and a miss. Good changeup. Oh, that fooled Canario. It bounced in, but he was chasing, and it's 1-2. Runner at first in, 2 out. McCutchen. They hold him on with Andrew Vaughn. Although Kutch, at this point in his career at age 38, not much of a base-stealing threat. Brewers just got 4 in the third to lead 5-1. Top of the fourth now. The 1-2. Canario lifts it foul, slicing and out of play, right field side.
I mean, the Brewers have swept a series from Philadelphia, swept a series from the Mets, swept 2 series from the Dodgers. And then you look at the Cubs, Cincinnati and St. Louis, both playoff quality teams right now.
I mean, anytime you got a division with 4 teams above 500, that's good. 1-2 again. Canario swings, chops it over the mound to second base. Played by Terang right by the bag, and so he'll step on it in time for the force out that ends the inning. 4 unassisted for Bryce, and a walk, but nothing further against Quintana. We're headed to the...
And you're just too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collar cleats, too many gloves, too many wedding gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Pirates will try to get a 4th inning out of their starter Andrew Heaney. He's already about to throw his 70th pitch. 5-1 Brewers. Here's Isaac Collins, and he takes in the dirt ball 1. Dangerous part of the order. Collins, Contreras, Yelich. 2, 3, and 4 tonight on the card. Coming up, Isaac has not gotten into the party yet. He's 0 for 2. Heaney wind up, 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards third. It is fair. It is just out of the reach of Connor Falefa, and it rolls off the sidewall in left. Around first comes Collins, digging for second, and the throw is late. And he is now in the party.
It's like you can just speak things into existence tonight. How about a home run from Contreras? I can't do it. You need to say it. I'm sorry.
On a roll, I guess.
Yes.
It's a leadoff double for Isaac. Now the reigning National League Player of the Week. And for every Brewers double, $75 donated to the MAC Fund by West Bend, the Silver Lining. Contreras has 3 homers the last couple of days. First pitch. Inside, just barely, ball 1. Brewers already up 5-1. Carbless is a proud partner of the crew. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Less is more. 1-0. Inside again, just barely. Boy, those were each maybe a half a baseball off the plate in. Then it's 2-0. Tonight, William has gone 0 for 2. Had a hard line out, though, last inning. Collins leads from second, the 2-0. Just missed. Well, actually, they called that one a strike. The upper outside corner with the changeup. 2-1, and Contreras, probably in protest, uses his timeout. Brewers now with 8 hits. Set at the chest, now the 2-1. Popped foul by Contreras. Heaney has the count go even, and it's 2-2. The Brewers honored their hero of the night on the dugout a couple of innings ago, U.S. Army Captain Thomas Holguin. Pilot in the 82nd Airborne Division. He won the Humanitarian Service Medal, did Captain Holguin. Pitch, line drive, foul. Pulled down the left field line by Contreras, who fractured his bats. Boy, he didn't want to lose that bat. He's upset. He's got 3 home runs in that bat lane. And now it's dead. That's to go get a new one from the bat boy over in that first base dugout. Some broken bats mean more than others. Presumably that's the same one that homered on Saturday and twice on Sunday.
Maybe that bat only had 3 in it. Maybe this one has 1 in it now.
Well, 2-2, the pitch. Fly ball, deep left field, but he pulled it foul. Whoa, home run distance, but maybe 20 feet wide of the pole. If that had gone, I would have turned to you and said, see, you do have the power. Just out in front. 2-2 it remains. Nobody out. Heaney's pitch. Line drive up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Stopping at third is Collins. He had to hold up to make sure that wouldn't get caught. Throw trickles home to the catcher. It's a single by Contreras. Tell you, these pieces of contact against Heaney, they ain't cheap. William Contreras has his first knock. They're on the corners with nobody out for Christian Yelich, who's 2 for 2 with a home run.
I bet he doesn't throw him a curveball.
And if he does, it's not going to be right in the middle of the plate like last inning.
If he does, it's going to be in the dirt.
Nobody out. 5-1 Brewers, first pitch. It's inside. He threw him a fastball. 1-0. Yelich singled in the first. And then that deep home run to right center field last inning began the 4-run rally. They lead from the corners, the 1-0. Yelich takes inside, 2-0. Talked about our Brewers hero of the game. Hey, retired veterans, turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. NetworkHealth.com/veterans. 2-0. Yelich takes a strike. To Seamer at the top of the zone, 2-1. Josh and Lane on a beautiful Monday night. Sun is setting overhead. It's the twilight portion of the evening at American Family Field. 2-1. Yelich breaks his bat, grounds it to the pitcher. Fielded there by Heaney. Throws to second for 1. Now they throw to third in behind Collins, who's back safely. And safe at first is Yelich on a fielder's choice. So the play will end as it began, with Brewers runners on the corners, now just with 1 out. Good awareness there by Collins. Heaney at first stared him back to the bag. Then Heaney threw to second to get the force on Contreras. And the Pirates tried to throw behind Isaac Collins, thinking that maybe he'd be streaking a few steps down the line, but he just got back. So 1 out for Andrew Vaughn. Runners are on the corners. Yelich safe at first. The pitch to Vaughn, way outside, ball 1. 1-6, by the way, on that fielder's choice. The shortstop Triolo took the throw. Vaughn's been aboard twice with a walk and an infield hit. The 1-0. He bunts. He pushes it up the first baseline. It'll get the run in. Fielded by the first baseman. Peguero flips to Heaney, who tags out Vaughn just before Andrew got to the bag. But how about a squeeze bunt by Andrew Vaughn to make it a 6-1 Brewers lead? He's gotten runs home just about every other way possible, so he said, I'm going with a squeeze, and it worked out. And he very nearly got a hit out of it, too. It was a perfect push bunt up the first base side.
If Heaney's right-handed, he's got a hit. But because the glove's on the other hand, he was able to reach out and just tag him, running alongside him up that line.
Boy, I got to tell you, that's got to be about the last thing the Pirates expected there from Andrew Vaughn. He'll hit homers, he'll hit doubles, he'll hit singles, and now he's driven in a run with a bunt. His 29th as a Brewer in 26 games played. Up to second also went Yelich. He scored that, a sac bunt, 1-3. So runner at second with 2 outs, 6-1 Milwaukee in the bottom of the fourth, and the batter's going to be Caleb Durbin. They gave Heaney a little bit of time there just to catch his breath after racing to beat Vaughn to first. The pitch. Down low on a changeup taken by Durbin. (3-1) on the sac bunt. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hard towards third, just foul. Maybe by half a foot wide of the bag. Caleb Durbin just missed extra bases. Durbin tried to bunt last time. Put down a very good bunt to third, but Isaiah Kiner-Falefa robbed him of a hit, got him out. 1-1, down and in on Caleb, 2-1. Chase Sugar, right-hander, getting loose in the Pittsburgh bullpen. This is very close to the end of the line for Andrew Heaney, who's up to 88 pitches. He's only gotten 11 outs. Yelich at second base with 2 away. Heaney ready, the 2-1. Durbin takes inside, and it hit him. Just clipped him on the way by. He's hit by a pitch for the second time tonight. Either got a piece of the jersey or maybe even that arm sleeve that he wears.
17th time this year he's been hit.
That just tied him for the National League lead with Wilson Contreras. Yeah, got that sleeve. We'll pause 10 for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Now it'll be Sal Frelick's turn. First pitch, Frelick takes outside corner with a slider. It's going to be the final batter for Heaney. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Runners on at first and second with 2 out. A run in. Brewers leading Pittsburgh 6-1. In search of their 10th consecutive victory. Sal had an RBI single last inning. 0-1, he swings and pops it up on the infield, right behind the pitcher's mound. It's going to be the first baseman, Peguero, taking charge. Behind the mound, he makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So Frelick pops out. Brewers content for 1 in the inning. And they had another great go of it against Andrew Heaney here tonight. We go to the 5th, 6-1 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
One Milwaukee. The good times keep rolling. We go to the 5th inning. Quintana back to work. And rolling for us is Lane Grindle.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Joey Bart will lead things off for the Pirates. First pitch from Quintana. He is dropped in there with a slurve for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bart homered in his last at bat, and his only at bat of the night. Just his second home run of the season. Hits this one to the air to right, but in the tracks of Frelick. Back into his right, just like 2 steps before Sal collects it. And there's one away for Jared Triolo. A reminder from Schneider and their professional truck drivers, always keep a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Triolo, a base hit back in the third. 1 for 1 tonight. And Quintana at 77 pitches. No action in that Brewers bullpen. He's got a 6-1 lead. First offering to Triolo is a strike on the outside edge. A 2-seam fastball, and it's 0-1. Brewers really got a great outing yesterday from DL Hall. And it helps you tonight when you get an outing like that out of the bullpen from one of your relievers. 0-1. This is popped up into the first base side of the infield. Andrew Vaughn backpedaling a couple of steps on the dirt, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Time for a vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. The seltzer that passes the vibe check. Quintana wants a new baseball. Throws that one out of play. Hall went 3 2/3. Did not give up a hit. Did not give up a run. He is one of the main reasons the Brewers were able to win that game yesterday. Shutting down that Mets offense in the middle to later innings. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, first pitch swinging, sends one out to center. Backing up is Lockridge. Gets underneath of it, makes the catch. Routine fly ball to center, and a 1-2-3, very efficient. Top of the 5th inning for Jose Quintana.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
WTMJ.
New pitcher is on for the Pirates, and it is right-hander Chase Sugar. Sugar just activated off the injured list today. It's 4-3 with a 3.69 ERA. In 32 appearances, 39 innings on the mound for Sugar this year. Brewers have seen him a handful of times this season. First pitch for Brandon Lockridge is swung on and fouled back and out of play, and it's 0-1. Brewers with a 6-1 lead. They have out-hit the Pirates tonight by a total of 9-2. Lockridge has an RBI single. Swing and a miss on a sweeper down and away, and it's 0-2. So Heaney's day is done, and the Brewers had their way with Heaney for the second time this year. Heaney goes 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which earned 2 walks and 3 strikeouts against this Brewers lineup. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Lockridge strikes out against Sugar to start up the bottom of the 5th inning. Don't worry about it too much, Andrew Heaney. You are suffering the same fate as many pitchers here of late against this Brewers lineup. So 1 away for Joey Ortiz. How about the numbers for Heaney against the Brewers this year in total now between the two outings? Pitch to Ortiz in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So he goes 8 innings, 16 hits, gives up 13 runs, 12 of which were earned, if my math is correct. Ortiz takes high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Isn't it always?
No.
Your math?
No.
No.
Typically wrong, actually. 1-1 on Ortiz. Sugar brings home the pitch. It's a chopper towards second base. Big hop for the second baseman. Gonzalez backing up, fields and throws to first. And there's 2 away in the Brewers half of the 5th, and that'll get Terang to the plate. Usinger's has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. You can enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did because Usinger's is still made the old world way. Don't try to make the most, just the best. Usinger's, America's finest sausage. I had the Hatch Chili Usinger's bacon this morning for breakfast. Bryce Terang takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. That was the sound that I made as it was filling up the downstairs with that smell of freshly cooked bacon. 0-1. That is a strike with a fastball on the inside edge. It's 0-2. Delightful. Sugar looks in, and the 0-2 pitch. High, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I even made sure to burn it a little bit, just the way you would have liked it. Six to 1 Brewers here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch, and a called third strike on a changeup. Look low, but maybe clipped the very bottom of the strike zone. And the Brewers retired in order for the first time here tonight as Sugar strikes out a pair in a scoreless 5th. We go to the 6th inning, 6-1.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Jose Quintana back out there for the 6th inning. He's at 80 pitches. And the top of the order for the Pirates, Liover Peguero to lead things off. First offering to Peguero is a strike with a curveball on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Peguero 0 for 2 tonight, a fly out and a strikeout looking back in the 3rd. Quintana brings home the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball down and away, and it's 0-2. Brewers in the driver's seat here tonight, looking to win their 10th game in a row. It would be their 2nd double-digit winning streak of the season. 0-2 pitch. That missed low with a curveball. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Peguero. And the pitch. Chopper off the mound is Quintana. Backhands it. Will flip to Vaughn, who is hustling over to cover the bag. And he beat Peguero there by a half step. And there's 1 away. Nice play by Quintana. Good job to hustle back to the bag as well by Vaughn. And there's 1 away for Tommy Pham. Quintana had a very efficient 5th inning. And now the Brewers are coming out to check on him here, making sure everything's all right. Looked like he was okay initially, as he backhanded that, ran about halfway to first and then flipped it to Vaughn. But the trainers, Chris Hook, Pat Murphy, all out there to chat with Quintana, who I think has convinced everybody he can stay in this game. He's going to have a couple of warm-up tosses here just to make sure everything checks out. And he gives a thumbs up after 1. That's a really nice play. Kind of stumbled just a little bit when he backhanded it. Pretty athletic to recover from that, though, and still make the play. So Quintana will stay in this game. There is 1 away for Pham.
Pretty nimble for a 36-year-old.
Yeah, not bad, right? This guy is beloved in that Brewers clubhouse. Players really respect Jose Quintana. How could you not? First pitch to Tommy Pham is a fly ball right center. Back on it is Lockridge. Still back at the track at the wall. Reaches up and he made the catch and collided against the wall in the process. If he wasn't born to be a Brewer, I don't know. This kid was in the minors for the Padres a week and a half ago, and it just feels like he was spit out of a Brewers factory. Gives up his body for the team, grinds out at bats. It's like he's been a Brewer the whole time, and we never knew it. Great play by Lockridge. He wasn't getting out of here, but still had to cover a lot of ground to get back there and make the catch. Here's Brian Reynolds. The pitch. It's low with a sinker, and it's 1-0.
He's caught 6 fly balls tonight.
3 of them from Pham.
Yep. And most of those 6 have been on or near the warning track.
Yeah, there have been a lot of balls that have died on the track tonight for the Pirates. 1-0 pitch is down with a changeup. 2 balls to no strikes. Quintana, as I was saying, he is loved in that clubhouse. He's so respected. He started so many games over the years against the Brewers. Everybody knows how good he is, but it's the way he handles himself, too. He is a consummate pro. Pitch to Reynolds, and this is lined down the left field line. It's a fair ball, going to roll into the corner. It'll be extra bases for Reynolds. He is jogging towards second, and he'll be content with a 2-out double. First hit of the night for Brian Reynolds. Just the 3rd hit of the night for the Pirates. And he's aboard in front of Nick Gonzalez. Well, you can collect a special Bob Uecker Brewers golf umbrella giveaway at the game on Saturday, August 23rd. First 25,000 ticketed fans through the gates will get a one-of-a-kind umbrella. Don't miss it. Get your seats at brewers.com/giveaways. I already have my umbrella. Got it last homestand, and it is high quality. It is huge. I did not have it with me Saturday night, though, when I left the ballpark, and
just thinking that I
learned that lesson.
Yeah, good thing you got it early, but apparently not.
Yeah. I started to run to my car, and I was like, or my truck, and I was like, what's the point? Like, this is coming down so hard, it doesn't matter if I run or walk. I'm going to be drenched either way. First pitch to Nick Gonzalez is hit off the end of the bat up the first baseline. Hustling is Quintana. Backhands it, and then he tagged Gonzalez, lost the ball. It trickles over to Vaughn, who picked it up before he got to the bag, and he's out. Goodness. The Pirates are going to see if they want to challenge this.
Quintana backhanded it, went to apply the tag. The ball popped out when he did it, but then it kicked over by Vaughn, and he picked it up, and the Pirates won't challenge. It is all coming up Brewers in the month of August 2025. I mean, he kicked it to Vaughn, and it was Gonzalez that kicked it to Vaughn, and he picked it up before he ever got back to the bag.
You don't get a lot of time at home during the season, Pisces, but when you do, take advantage of it as much as you can. While it's important to get your necessary dose of rest on your off days, you could also benefit from practicing in the comfort of your own home. Any hacks you take in the backyard will pay off the next time you're on the big league field.
Every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Where the baseball diamond is in your backyard.
Got to dust off that lawn furniture, clean up the grill.
You're listening to the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Isaac Collins will lead off the bottom of the sixth inning, takes up and in from Sugared, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. I still can't believe the play we just saw that into the sixth inning as Collins swings on it and fouls it back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a ground ball, swinging bunt essentially up the first baseline. Quintana does another nice job to get over there, field it with a backhand, puts the tag on Gonzalez, pops out of his glove, then Gonzalez kicks it to Vaughn, and at the same time doesn't ever get to the bag. He runs past the bag. Collins takes low, 2 balls and 1 strike, and Vaughn picks it up before he can get back to the bag, and he's out. I just, as Jeff Levering said yesterday, it's the Brewers' world right now. 2-1 is a sharply hit ground ball under the glove of Peguero and down the right field line all the way into the corner. Collins on the move. He's headed for second. He is not stopping there. He is digging in for 3. Here's the throw, and it is going to be wide of the third baseman, Kiner Falefa, and over by the camera well. Collins with 3 bags to start up the bottom of the sixth. We'll see how they score it. It was sharply hit. I would lean towards giving him a straight-up triple. As hard as that ball was hit, it was hit 106. And it is a triple for Isaac Collins. So he's got a double and a triple tonight. And here's Contreras.
Of course he does.
Infield has to come halfway for the Pirates. Pitch. He is outside. It's 1-0. Sixth inning, by the way, is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Sam Jorgensen from Delavan. Sam would win a gift card jackpot of $550 if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning. The 1-0 to Contreras. And a liner into right field, down for a base hit. Collins will jog home, and the Brewers lead it 7-1 on the RBI single from Contreras. His second hit of this game. He drives in his 53rd of the season. And Contreras at first and nobody out. And now here's Yelich. $100 added to the total for each additional home run this half inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Pitch to Yelich is a strike on the upper part of the zone from Sugar. That was a generous strike from Ben May. It's 0-1. Sugar down to the stretch. The 0-1. And Yelich took high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 runs on 11 hits for the Brewers so far tonight. And it is only the bottom of the 6th inning. Sugar kicks and the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup away. And it is 1-2. $30,045 our attendance tonight. 1-2 pitch and a fly ball foul and out of play. Third base side stays at 1-2. I'll be really curious to see how many we have here tomorrow night. Skeens versus Peralta. Brewers right now very much in control of this one at 7-1. Still work to do. One-two pitch and a fly ball foul and out of play down the left field line again. And Yelich battling right now against Sugar.
How about the streak that we just had? And this is not a sellout, but the previous 7 home games were all sellout capacity crowds.
And 8 out of 9. 8 out of the last 9. And I think we're going to have a shot at it tomorrow night. I just think if the Brewers finish this one off like they certainly are in the driver's seat to do, and you got Skeens versus Peralta tomorrow night with a chance to go for 11 in a row, I think you got this place packed again tomorrow night. 1-2. Swing and a foul straight back. And Yelich spoils another one, stays alive. It was a sinker at the bottom of the zone. There's nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. The 7-1 Brewers lead. Sugar looks in. Here's the 1-2 again. Yelich took up and away with a changeup. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yelich has that look right now. Had that home run earlier in the game. 2-2. And a ground ball to first. Played by Peguero. He'll step on the bag and retire Yelich. And now they have Contreras in a rundown. And eventually tagged out by Sugar, who jumped into that rundown before it was all said and done. So it ends up being a double play off the bat of Yelich. And there's 2 away for Andrew Vaughn with nobody on. It goes 3-6-1 in that rundown. To retire Contreras. Here is Vaughn. First offering to Vaughn. He's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. He is 1 for 1 tonight. He has driven in a run. 29th RBI as a Brewer for Andrew Vaughn. Sugar kicks the leg in the pitch. A swing and a miss. He took a massive cut at a sinker at 94 and he came up empty. It's 0-2 on Andrew.
I bet you didn't have Andrew Vaughn squeeze bunt on your bingo card tonight.
I did not. Yeah.
Well, why not?
And I won't have it tomorrow night either, even though it's now happened. Versatility of your offense.
Yep.
On display right there. 0-2 pitch. Down and away, 1-2.
I mean, in all honesty, it's a great example of what Pat Murphy preaches about this entire roster.
Well, and I'll tell you this, too. Now that has to be in the back of the mind of your opponents, that he can do that. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit foul off the end of the bat over near Durbin in the on-deck circle. Stays at a ball and 2 strikes. It's kind of like a football team putting something on tape offensively. Now you got to prepare. You got to be able to have an answer for that as a defense, right?
1-2 on Andrew Vaughn. Sugar brings home the pitch. That's high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a well-executed bunt, too. A little less dramatic than some of his other RBIs he's collected this year for the Brewers. 2-2 is fouled out of play down the right field line. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he almost got a hit out of it.
Brewers with 1 run in this inning. 2-2 up and in, and the count goes full. 3-2 on Andrew Vaughn. Brewers just to put on another clinic. Base running. They've hit with runners in scoring position tonight. 3-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a sinker away at 94. And the inning is over. Brewers get a run on a couple of hits, and they strand no one. We go to the 7th inning. It is 7-1 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family. Player t-shirt giveaways coming up. Be one of the first 10,000 ticketed fans through the gates on Tuesday, August 26th to get a Brewers King Vaughn t-shirt, courtesy of Hupy and Abraham. Squeeze into the shirt like he can put down a squeeze bunt. This t-shirt rules, so get tickets now at brewers.com/giveaways. I ad-libbed that last part. 7-1 Brewers as we go to the 7th. Grant Anderson is on to pitch and on to do a more straightforward version of play-by-play. Here's Josh Miller.
That's my kind of humor. You know that. Well done. Grant Anderson pitching for the first time since last Tuesday. Comes in behind Jose Quintana with a 6-run lead. Andrew McCutchen to greet him. Line drive on a hop to second. Played off to the side by Terang. Plenty of time with McCutchen running, and he throws him out. 1 pitch to get the first out of the 7th for Anderson. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here as Jack Sowinski, who was in the minor leagues for the Pirates the first couple of series that the Brewers played against Pittsburgh earlier this season. He's going to come up and hit for Alexander Canario. And Chris Hook is going to come out, pay a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound with Anderson. Potawatomi hitch a ride to the Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle here to the ballpark. Just going over the game plan, I'm sure, against Sowinski, power left-handed hitter. Brewers up 7-1. Opener of this series, trying to win the first 4 games of the homestand after that exciting sweep of the Mets over the weekend. Brewers have swept 3 consecutive series to start play in August. They're now 8 defensive outs away from a 10-game winning streak. Pitch to Sowinski is outside, ball 1. Jose Quintana, 6 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball tonight. Walked 1, struck out 3. And in line for what would be his 3rd straight start with a win. Pitch inside, 2-0 on Jack Sowinski. Quintana threw 89 pitches. The only damage, a home run back in the 3rd against Joey Bart. At the time, it tied the game at 1, but the Brewers have scored the last 6. Now the 2-0 to Sowinski. Swung on and popped foul into the seats on the third base side. Canario was 0 for 2. We've seen Sowinski quite a bit over the last few years, but was in AAA much of this season. The 2-1 pitch is up and away. It's 3-1. Played 53 games at AAA this year, was hitting .280. Since getting recalled, he's been scuffling. 36 big league games this year, hitting 126. 1 out, bases empty. Anderson's 3-1. Sawinski took it outside, ball 4. Just the second walk by Brewers pitching tonight. Pirates have a 1-out base runner in the 7th for Joey Bart. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal, which is 7 cheeseburgers and 2 fries for only $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. And of course, George Webb predicts the Brewers are going to win 12 games. And they're giving away free burgers if and when they do. First pitch to Bart. It's that breaking ball that splits the plate from Grant Anderson. His sweeper, 0-1. This would be win number 10 in a row. If he could complete the sweep of the Pirates this week, free burgers for all. 0-1 pitch. Chopped out in front of the plate. It's fair ball. Played by Contreras. Guns it to second for 1. Terang relay to first. Got him. Double play. Wow. 2-4-3 on a little swinging bunt by Joey Bart. William Contreras pounced on it. Made a great strong throw to Bryce Terang. And ditto on that relay. It was a BB. They double off Bart. Inning is over. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. 7-1 Milwaukee on the.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
Wow. It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living.
What else can go wrong here? Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
Brewers. Chase Sugart is going to get a 3rd inning in relief for the Pirates behind Andrew Heaney. 7th inning stretch for these 30,000 plus on a Monday night, sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be this summer. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com. Brewers batting against Sugart. They got a run on a triple by Collins and an RBI single by Contreras last inning. Sugart already with 3 strikeouts. And here's Caleb Durbin. After a scoring change, he still doesn't have an official at bat tonight. Swings and lofts one into right. Play for Brian Reynolds over to his left, nearing the foul line, but with plenty of space before it, makes the catch. So there's an at bat officially in the book. Durbin had twice been hit by a pitch and was, after that scoring change on a bunt attempt, given credit for a sacrifice earlier. Sal Frelick, Brandon Lockridge, the next 2 due against Chase Sugart. Shugart. Frelick 1 for 3, an RBI single. That was back in that 4-run 3rd inning. Game was tied at 1, as I was mentioning a few moments ago, after Joey Bart homered in the top of the 3rd. Pirates actually had a great opportunity to take the lead that inning, but Quintana stranded a man at 3rd. And the Brewers scored 4 in the 3rd. They have not looked back. Catcher Bart paying a quick visit here before Frelick comes into the box. And now we're ready. The pitch catches the outside corner, just barely so. Drive Around the League brought to you by Construction Business Group. The Rockies have rallied to take the lead over the Cardinals in the 8th. It's 2-1. Sal pops a foul. Coming back, it'll be the catcher Bart, coming near the screen but out of room. Landed about 5 rows in the seats. Strike 2 on Frelick. 2 runs in the 7th inning for Colorado against Miles Michaelis, who had been hitless for the first 5 innings. That would be a bit of a crushing loss for the Cardinals if they cannot come back. Still with 6 outs left to work with, trailing the Rockies 2-1 at Busch. 0-2 on Sal. Sugart kicks and deals, and he bounces it in. Earlier tonight, we told you the Reds lost the late lead and fell to the Phillies 4-1. 4 2-out runs in the 8th inning for Philadelphia. And Cincinnati now 2 games out of the 3rd wild card spot in the NL. Brewers 7, Pirates 1. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. It's a nasty breaking ball from Sugart. He records his 4th strikeout since entering this game in the 5th inning. 2 gone for Brandon Lockridge. Told you this could be 10 straight wins for the Brewers. It would also, if they hold on here, get them a season-high 6.5 games ahead of the Cubs, who are off tonight before they start a series in Toronto. 6.5. Pitch to Lockridge is low from Sugart. 2 out, nobody aboard. 7-1 Milwaukee. You think about that. 7.5 weeks ago, the Brewers were 6.5 games behind the Cubs. Now they can be 6.5 games ahead of them. 1-0 pitch, down and away, 2-0. Lockridge 1 for 3 tonight. Just like Frelick had a 2-out RBI hit in that 3rd inning rally. A lot of baseball still to go. But my, has this been fun. What a stretch. It's at the point where it's now almost inarguably the greatest 2-month stretch the Brewers have ever had. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike on Lockridge. 2-seamer there from Sugart, 2-1.
I mean, if they continue at this pace, it's really scary to think what some of the final numbers could look like for this team.
It's fun to dream. 2-1. Lockridge lines a foul right field side, slicing into the seats, 2-2. Kyle Nicholas getting loose in the bullpen, a right-hander for the Pirates. Just about every game in the first couple of series between these teams earlier this year was close. 2-2 pitch, hit late and foul wickedly over towards the Brewers' first base dugout by Lockridge. Luckily, you got some fencing there. Friendly fire, it remains 2-2. When the Brewers have played the Pirates in recent years, even though they win more often than not, usually the Pirates really make you earn it. 2-2. High, and it's a full count. Tonight, 7-1. Tomorrow, you got to face Paul Skeens. At the moment, the favorite for the Cy Young Award in the National League. He has been on an amazing roll. 3-2. Lockridge takes strike 3. That one right down the middle. Good pitch by Sugart. 2 more strikeouts. How about 3 innings and 5 strikeouts for Sugart coming off the injured list? We're headed to the 8th.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that. Grant Anderson was so efficient in the 7th inning, he'll get the 8th
And it's 7-1 Milwaukee. Back to take us home, here is Lane.
Yeah, Josh, just 8 pitches in that 7th inning for Anderson, despite a walk issued as well. Here's Jared Triolo. Takes a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. 7-1 Brew Crew here in the top of the 8th inning. The hot stretch seemingly continuing for the Crew here tonight, as the sweeper misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jared Triolo. Good to have the roof open tonight too, huh?
Great night.
Felt like we were back in April for a while there with all the rain and having to keep the roof closed. Pitch is up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. We did have the panels open for a while yesterday. That was good. This ballpark in the summer, when the Brew Crew is playing like this, 2-1. That nailed the outside corner with a sinker. It's 2-2. This is the place to be in southeast Wisconsin and Wisconsin in general. Everybody wants to be at a Brewers game right now, and why not? 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went around on a sweeper off the plate. He tried to check, but he couldn't. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 1 for Anderson. 1 away here in the 8th for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council and the over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. That's LIUNA Wisconsin.org, and feel the power. First pitch to IKF is in there for a strike with a sweeper. It's 0-1. Anderson's 0-1. Breaking ball missed inside. 1-1. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, former Ranger, former Yankee. Now with the Pirates. Always been a good defender. Pops this one up. Foul territory. Contreras sheds the mask over near the dugout. He'll reach into the dugout, make the catch, and then braces himself on the railing and stays up. What a catch by William Contreras. Talk about knowing your yard. Knowing every last inch that he had. And the Brewers bench was getting over there to get ready to catch him if he fell down in, but he was able to then take his right hand and keep himself up anyway. I think even Pat Murphy was coming up to try to help him catch him. 2 down. And here's Leover Peguero. I'll tell you something about that play that impresses me. Pitch to Peguero, sweeper on the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. And it's just the way this team is in general. They never seem satisfied. And what I mean by that, 0-1. This is popped up on the infield. Terang going to drift out into shallow center. And he'll make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Anderson here in the top of the 8th. What I mean by that is it's a 7-1 game in the 8th. Contreras could have said, I don't want to take a chance of getting hurt here. Because
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
We're about beer, brats, and baseball.
What a combo.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
The Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy is a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 7-1 Crew. And Kyle Nicholas takes over on the mound for the Pirates. The right-hander, after Sugar pitched well, gave up the 1 run in the 6th. Here's the first pitch swing for Ortiz. Flare into center. It's going to carry out to Reynolds. And there's 1 away. Sugar ends up going 3 innings, 2 hits, and 1 run allowed. No walks, 5 strikeouts for Sugar. In relief of Heaney, who had a tough night on the mound. And now here's Bryce Terang. Shelby Miller getting loose in the Brewers pen. First pitch to Terang. Misses low with a fastball at 100 miles an hour. And it's 1-0. Brewers are looking for some Network Health insurance. Network Health is your hometown team for quality health insurance plans. 1-0 pitch to Terang is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Visit networkhealth.com to find the plan right for you. Good 2 innings out of Grant Anderson tonight, that's for sure. 1-1. That missed inside. 2-1 on Terang, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Has the home run, has extended his hitting streak to 8 games. Now has 3 home runs during this homestand as Bryce Terang. Nicholas, the 2-1. And that is fouled back and out of play, and it's 2-2. Brewers with 11 hits. Grabbed hits number 10 and 11 back in the 6th inning. Retired in order in the 7th inning by Sugar. 2-2 from Nicholas is a swing and a miss. A curveball down and in. He strikes out Terang. 3rd time tonight that Terang has struck out. And there's 2 away for Isaac Collins, who's got a double and a triple tonight. Named the National League Player of the Week today. After last week, he was named the National League Rookie of the Month for July. And not satisfied, apparently. Continuing to pad his numbers. First pitch to Collins, swung on and fouled back into the net, and it's 0-1. He's hitting .298 now on the season is Collins.
These days, his game starts with already 2 hits in his box score, it feels like. You just pencil him in.
1, and he pops this one up. Foul territory. Drifting over there is Kiner Falefa. He'll make the catch in foul territory over by the Pirates' 3rd base dugout, and the Brewers go down in order in the bottom of the 8th. To the 9th we go. Brewers will try to finish it off. They lead at 7-1 on the Brewers.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
The best sounds you can get.
Back, track, bye, baseball.
All season long, this is the Brewers Radio Network.
Well, take a look out your windows. Upgrade with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. Shelby Miller takes over on the mound for the Crew, a 7-1 Brewers lead. Tommy Pham is the hitter for the Pirates. Miller making his second appearance with the Crew, his 39th overall. He has a 1.93 ERA. First pitch to Pham, a swing and a miss at a sweeper, and it's 0-1. Brewers 3 outs away from their 10th consecutive victory and climbing 30 games above 500. A 1 pitch. Pham, a little soft liner to left. It's going to carry out to Collins, who will make the catch. And there's one away. And that'll get Brian Reynolds to the plate here. 1 for 3 tonight. Had a double back in the 6th inning. August and September mean crunch time for pennant races. Also means you've got 2 months of great grilling before summer fades into fall. First pitch to Reynolds is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Don't miss a great day of grilling with Usingers. You'll enjoy every bite. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them. Brewers jumped out to a early lead in this one. It was tied briefly in the 3rd and then erupted for a 4-run bottom of the 3rd. And they have not looked back. 0-1 to Reynolds. That is a strike with a fastball at 97 right at the knees. And it's 0-2. Miller out of the stretch here. The pitch. And he missed low with a splitter. 1-2. That's been a big pitch for Shelby Miller, that splitter. Got that sweeper working for him a little bit too. He's very confident right now in his stuff. Had a chance to talk to him a couple of days ago. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Feeble swing at a fastball down and away at 97. It's an ortho ASAP strikeout. And there are 2 away in the 9th. And before Nick Gonzalez hits 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Nick Gonzalez, first pitch, swinging bunt, fielded by Miller, throws to first in time, and this ball game is over. A 1-2-3 9th inning for Shelby Miller, and the Brewers win it 7-1. They have won their 10th game in a row, and they are 30 games above 500. The winning streak continues. The Brewers producing multiple double-digit winning streaks here in 2025, and they are still going with this current one. The Brewers, the first team since 2019 when the Astros produced multiple double-digit winning streaks. 7-1 your final. The Brewers will go for 11 in a row tomorrow night. We'll tell you all about this one after this on the Brewers Radio Network.